Season 5 episode 1 opens with a scene of the big lander himself being welcomed on stage to host the annual Vought shareholder business meeting thing, and straight away you can tell that the political commentary is just as present as ever, bruv. I mean, I had to hit the fattest double back of all time when the camera stopped on this dude's face, and I should not have to explain why. We all thought it was him at first, don't lie. I want to make something very clear for the chud internet larpers who are gonna see this and start complaining that the boys got political though. This shit has always been political, bruv, and season 5 is no exception. We've got AI slop misinformation, disinformation things. We got harsher punishments for posting memes than for actual crimes. We got the big CK. We got fucking internment camps. We got— wait, Noir has a katana now? Yo, that's sick, bro. What the hell? As Homelander rambled on about Starlight eating babies or whatever, Starlight herself actually snuck in and successfully played the Flight 37 video for all to see. Now sure, this embarrassed and massively angered Big Lander, but ultimately no one gave a fuck because all Vought had to do was say "Nuh-uh, AI" and then pay their roster of so-called influencers to laugh it off. Seriously though, if your TikTok For You page consists of dancing melonheads who smash their cheekbones in with hammers, then take a step back and just reflect a little, bruv. Go watch Attack on Titan and get yourself a For You page that consists purely of anime edits, bruv. Trust me, it will change your life. Screw these clown influencers though, they have about as much benefit to society as a cactus dildo, bruv. Anyway, Ashley is Vice President of the United States and she can read minds. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother trying to figure out how that happened, but good for her, innit? Meanwhile, Sage took up Ashley's old job as CEO of Vought. Now, Sage is the one who came up with the brilliant idea to simply call the Flight 37 video AI slop propaganda, and she even sent out a giant wave of industry plant misinformation to make the people doubt everything that they see. Which is hella scary because there's nothing even remotely fictional about that, bruv. All the political, schmitical, policy, government, society, technical, adult shit is irrelevant though. Big Lander don't understand none of that stuff and he doesn't care either. He, the big man-child that he is, only cares about having as many affectionate eyes on him as possible, bruv. Sage actually tells Big Lander that no amount of power is ever gonna make him happy, which is the truest thing anyone has ever said to him, but he's too far gone, bruv. He can't be saved or helped or satisfied. Basically, he totally sucks, innit? Big Lander tells Sage that they're going to execute Huey, Frenchie and Milky as a way to lure Butcher and Starlight out of hiding so they can wrap all this shiz up for good. And we then cut to Frenchie vibing his way around one of these so-called freedom camps. Apparently, Mike Ehrmantraut over here has a problem with Frenchie, but that's put to rest very quickly by prison beard Huey. Cause, you know, blowing Translucent's asshole up, murdering terrorists, seeing countless terrible injuries, and witnessing your girlfriend get literally ran through by a train apparently hadn't toughened him up enough already. The so-called freedom camp is super on the nose too, bruv. It's a gated off complex with a few different buildings. Everyone wears stupid looking uniforms. There are messages everywhere trying to convince you this is a good and beneficial place. The whole thing is built on punishment over praise, and when shit gets boring, all you have to do is start a fight, bruv. At this point, the only difference between this place and my old school is that my school's headmaster didn't have a penis you could use as a skipping rope. At least, I don't think she did. Now that I think about it though, my school also didn't have 11 sitting in a watchtower ready to explodulate anyone who tried escaping. At least I don't think we did. Well, anyway, Milky finally went off the deep end. He fights, he drinks, he gets angry. He's pretty much completely screwed in the head, bruv. But Frenchie is sober and Huey still has hope, so all three of them meet in their secret hiding spot to make copium-fueled Molotov cocktails while praying that Starlight somehow will save them. While all this transpires, Butcher takes a trip home to kill his dad. I think. Oh, who cares, bro? The guy's a dick anyway. But once Papa Butcher was handled, he then went to recruit Kimiko, who has been lying low, living life, learning to cook, etc, etc. But that's not all she's been doing, because when Butcher brings her back to reunite with Annie, she starts yapping away in the most flawless English I've ever heard, bruv.
Oh, wow. Your skin is so oily, like hugging a McRib. Your voice makes me want to kill myself.
Listen, yeah, I'm all for Kimiko finding her voice, and her picking up Butcher's swearing habit was funny the first few times, but the more and more I watched season 5 Kimiko, the more and more worried I became for this character. That moment with Frenchie in episode 2 gave me hope again, but Jesus, they are running this Kimiko can talk gag deeper into the ground than Charlie, and it's only episode 1, bruv. She keeps blatantly insulting people to their face and then going,
"Oh, sorry, was that too much? Talking to people is so hard."
bruv, she was mute, not a read. The point is they're overdoing it a bit. But then again, saying someone has skin oilier than a McRib is pretty jokes, I can't even lie. Now, these guys know that Big Lander is executing the rest of the boys as a way to lure them out, but they don't care and they get to work planning how to break everybody out. Butcher goes to ask for help from a dirt-munching soup who has the most tragic bald spot I've ever fucking seen, and we learn that this guy used to be a big shot movie writer, but now he's jobless because AI replaced all of Vort's writers. I'm not even gonna joke about that bit though, because I know they're coming for my job next. AI probably wasn't the only reason he got the sack though, because I don't think he's a very good writer.
Know what they say about huge guys? They have huge cocks.
Yeah, fucking Shakespeare, mate. Well done. Butcher wants this guy to dig them a tunnel into the prison camp using his obviously dirt-related superpowers, but more on that later, because first we gotta check on the GOAT A-Train, who also happens to be Starlight's plan for getting everybody out. Wait, Annie and A-Train are on hugging terms now? Oh, okay, and he even has a beard of wisdom and redemption. Okay, nah, bro. A-Train, you are such a terrible person, but damn, you're such a GOAT. Oh, never mind, he just said he won't do it. Fuck! Well, at least this time it's out of fear for his family's safety as opposed to fear for his own safety, so I'll let him off the hook. And good for him earning back his brother's respect and getting them to safety too. Even when the Deep tracked him down, bro managed to get his family away but still went back just to chat shit to his face. And speaking of the Deep, my guy went full manosphere incel dude, bro. He spends his life sucking off Homelander and microwaving his asshole on live TV, which I guess is still better than molesting sea creatures. Well, anyway, just before the prison break main event can start, Big Lander pays Huey a visit by eradicating his entire dorm room, brev. Nah, the chain of events for some of these people is actually crazy. Like, one day you're living your life, taking your kids to school, but then you make the mistake of liking an AI video of Homelander throwing it in a circle. Suddenly you've got a 5-foot Willy dragging you out of your bed in the night, chucking you in a prison camp until Homelander decides to laser your skull open. Well, anyway, Big Lander does his usual speech where he projects his own insecurities and crippling loneliness, but it just bounces right off Huey because he's one of... Eventually, the others bring Mole Man to the prison camp and we hear him rambling on about how no matter what you do, people are never satisfied with final seasons, which is so true. W self-aware meta-commentary. But seriously though, Stranger Things fucking suck. Things start getting hella weird though, because he starts taking his pants off and then... Oh my god, but I knew he looked familiar. Bro's a bloody titan. Seriously though, like, what in the My Hero Academia is this power? Imagine your parents shoot you up with V and suddenly you've been given the world's most tragic circumcision along with the ability to project dirt out your asshole, bruv. Meanwhile, Homelander is flying around lasering things and A-Train can basically stop time. It's a piss take, bruv. Well, the tunnel shit works a treat, Mole Man leaves and the gang enter the barracks just to find that Big Lander is already waiting for them with the rest of the boys blindfolded at his feet. Everything is literally perfectly set up for him, so obviously he fumbles the whole thing, bro. I mean, bro literally dropped a "I, murderer, declare you the strongest" line on Butcher and then immediately fell victim to the law of immortality. If a character has the ability to survive brutal injuries, make sure they happen to be the only character who always dies painful deaths while everyone else miraculously survives everything. And yeah, that's my long-winded way of saying Homelander cuts Kimiko in half before getting his ass blinded by Starlight. The gang immediately scatters, which gives Milky a chance to get his revenge on Love Sausage, and I would show you this moment, but I don't think YouTube TOS really wants me showing big willies on their platform, brev, I'm sorry. Big Lander steps in to save Eleven, who was getting their ass beat by Butcher, and then just kinda leaves to go bully Huey, I guess. Right as Big Lander fires his laser at Huey though, the GOAT arrives in a bare techie Quicksilver sequence and saves everybody's ass. Fuck knows how he's fast enough to outspeed Homelander's laser, but like, who cares, bro? He's cool as hell, innit? Big Lander is obviously pissed though, so he drops everything and hunts A-Train in one of my favorite sequences in the whole show, bruv. The way both their speeds are portrayed with A-Train on the ground and Homelander flying through the trees above him is sick, bruv. The only reason A-Train got caught in the end was because this time he actually managed to dodge the pedestrian instead of running straight through her like he did Huey's girlfriend. But screw this pedestrian thing, bruv, because she's the reason A-Train's character finally came full circle, and she's the reason he's dead, bruv. Fuck! It's episode 1, bro, you can't be doing that to me, it's not fair, man. Now, some important context for episode 2's opening real quick. This guy, who I'm pretty sure is one of Bill Cipher's minions, is Ezekiel's super religious replacement and also happens to be married to Ashley, which was explained in the last episode, but it was too fucking boring for me to cover. He's here giving a big send-off for A-Train, but all the talk about higher powers and God is really starting to piss off Big Lander. At least that is until he reaches enlightenment or some shit. Like, what the fuck even happened here, bro? I guess all that breast milk cooked his brain or some shit, I don't know. Now, the whole point of the jailbreak last episode was to get Frenchie out so he could cook up that Homelander killing virus. Hell, prioritizing Frenchie's rescue even brought some tension to Huey and Starlight's relationship. So what the hell was the point in all that if Butcher's just gonna reveal that Samir has already made the virus and now they just need to test it on a horny piece of rock that is apparently almost as strong as Homelander? As if that phrase holds any fucking weight anymore. Well, whatever this whole plan is, alright, let's just get on with it. Oh, never mind, we aren't getting on with nothing, bruv, because everyone's just decided to start spontaneously fucking. Also, the word damp should never be used the way Kimiko just used it. Well, anyway, back at Vought, Big Lander snivels in desperate self-justification by A-Train's coffin and starts yapping about the loneliness that comes with being the strongest. And honestly, bro, at this point, just put Homelander in the JJK verse where he belongs, man. Sukuna and Gojo know all about that strength and loneliness shit, but you don't see them sucking milk out of 60-year-old titties, do you? Big Lander decides the only way to satisfy his loneliness is to defrost his father, who, to be fair, is almost as strong as he is. Soldier Boy is dope though, like, I love this guy, yeah? But he still thinks Homelander's a bitch. At least he did, until the way that he saw Homelander was ordering the president around like he's Elon Musk. Soldier Boy eventually agrees to stop Butcher, but Big Lander stupidly left out the detail about the deadly soup-killing virus in their possession. Sage then tells Big Lander that using Soldier Boy as a test to see if the virus works is tactical as hell, but she was also worried that Homelander hadn't thought of any of that, and had potentially just sent his father to die a brutal death. Yeah, this Homelander guy dumb as bricks, bruv. Meanwhile, at the Teenage Kicks hideout, the gang find Rockhard in a very sorry state. Bro looks like if Stephen Hawking joined the Fantastic Four. The horny volcano holds his breath to stop them infecting him, so the gang then split up to find a way to infect him. Milky then starts day drinking and finds another member of Teenage Kicks, an influencer called Countess Crow, who fucking sucks as an actual soup. They develop this nice, father-daughter dynamic with themes and such, and Milky eventually, lets her go. But who fucking cares about that shit, bro? I just want hype moments and aura, okay? Kimiko, Huey, and Butcher drive past these D-Gen Teenage Kicks TikTokers filming a brand deal during a real arrest of this blatantly innocent woman. And honestly, bruv, they did a great job with the casting here, bruv, because these guys' faces make me want to take a bath with an unspecified electrical appliance, bruv. Anyway, they collect the new and improved airborne virus from Samir to use on the Mountain Gooner, and they gotta make sure they don't break it on the way, because then every soup is fucked. In more important news though, Soldier Boy. But damn, that shield sucks, dude. How did it not make it through the whole window? Oh, and then it just breaks apart. Alright, nice. Huey and Kimiko grab the virus and then run away, with Bonnie Blue and Clavicular hot on their tail, while Butcher stays to fight Soldier Boy. Now, Kimiko successfully manages to knock out the girl, but the dude drops Huey and the virus from, like, really high up. Starlight obviously then saves Huey's ass and they make it back to the Teenage Kicks base. Don't ask me why Soldier Boy, who according to power scalers is fast as fuck, decided to just exercise a light jog here. I don't know, it doesn't make any sense, whatever bruv. But the point is they do manage to lure them in and then infect all three of them, including Soldier Boy, who I totally thought was dead here. The place gets sealed off, the virus works, and everyone goes home happy to either hit the vape, fuck, or just pet their dog. I swear, bro, if Terra dies, that's the final straw. Like, kill as many humans as you want, but never kill the dog, bruv. I'm trying to think how I should summarize the rest of the episode. Oh, I know. Sage eats a rat, Soldier Boy lives, and holy crap, she's Voldemort, bruv. What the fuck?